grew up in Hilo, Hawaii. You've got all your brothers training with you. It's a family affair, and you know, you roll off to San Jose to get ready to fight. What was it like at that age, being a young man, chasing a dream, not knowing where it would take you? How excited were you back then about being a fighter, and where did you think you would end up?
You know what? I just, from growing up around here, going to Hilo High, just growing up right around these same areas, all these streets or whatever, but I only did jiu-jitsu for fun. Even when my dad started to try to push me into jiu-jitsu, it's kind of like he sent me to college kind of like that way, but you know, he kind of like always pushed me into jiu-jitsu. I never really thought about it like to be my whole life, to be everything. But I remember when I was flying up on the airplane, there was somebody sitting next to me, an older lady sitting next to me, and I said, you know, I think I found the thing that I'm gonna do. I was like 17. I said, I think I found the thing that I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. All I ever wanted to do was just get a gym, get my jiu-jitsu black belt, be the black belt world champion, travel around the world, do seminars. I thought that'd be the coolest thing if people could just fly me around the world and they pay for my trip while I do a seminar for them or something. And that in my academy, that was only ever my dream. And then the whole UFC thing opened up, and then I was going for a while. Now you see the kids now. They once they get into training, they're already thinking, I want to train and I want to be the best. I want to be the UFC champion. But at that time, it wasn't about that. It was just about martial arts, and everything was way more cliquish too with the jiu-jitsu. And then you had like the Lions Den, the shoot fighters, and you had the wrestlers, and you had the kickboxers and the strikers, and everybody was just for their art and representing their art. I was there trying to represent jiu-jitsu, and I just wanted to do my 3 fights. Joey Gilbert, Joey Gilbert, Din Thomas, Uno, Pulver, beat Pulver, get the belt, stop, never fight again, just teach sometimes, be a businessman, regular person, living a regular desk job. Then people say, oh, you know the UFC, be like, oh yeah, I used to be the champ one day, back in the day. But then Jens beat me, kept me around the game forever, all the way till today. I really was gonna retire if I beat Jens. I would've won the Jiu-Jitsu World Championships and the UFC World Championship. But Jens beat me, kept me around the sport all the way till today, kept me going. Just trying to avenge that loss my whole life, still till today, that night, just trying to avenge that night, you know? So that's just how it is though. But at the end of the day, I know after the whole ride is done and the whole UFC thing and the whole living the dream and all that is done, I am gonna go back to what I wanted to do the whole time in the first place, was just teach at a gym and do seminars. So it all is gonna come full circle in the end.
You're the first American to go down to Brazil and win Mundials. What kind of accomplishment was that for you?
Well, I remember I went in blue belt, I got second. Reagan ended up getting first. I went back the next year at brown, I got third. And then I went back the next year after that, black belt, and I got first. And I remember when I was in the before the match, like we had time after our semifinal, we were in the finals, we had time to go eat. So I went and ate lunch somewhere, some salad or some chicken and rice. And I remember just sitting there, and it still wasn't my life yet. It still wasn't my life. I was just a regular person. Was good at jiu-jitsu, I just did jiu-jitsu. Oh yeah, I remember eating with Shruta, and I remember just sitting up, and I remember thinking, you know what, I might never be in this position ever again in my whole life, right here for the championship and to be the first foreigner and everything. I told myself, it just clicked to me one day. It's the first time I ever had a thought like that. I just clicked. I said, I might never be in this position again to make this happen, to get a world championship. No matter what you do, no matter what, if your arm breaks, your leg breaks, don't tap. You win this match no matter what you got to do. I went out there and I just made sure to win the match.
Was there ever any moment like that in your MMA career?
Matt Hughes, you know.
The first one?
Yeah.
When no one took you serious?
Yeah.
So why is this crazy guy going to 170 pounds?
Yeah, yeah, same thing. Seize the moment and do it. Nothing else matters. That's how I feel now. I want to get the belt back.
You feel the belt validates you? I mean, do you need that? You never seem like you're that kind of guy.
But you know what it is? It's like when you get the belt, you don't care you have it. Then when it's gone, it's like, oh, it's like my precious. Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. You know, I want it back. But when you got it, you're like, oh, you forget about it. You know what I mean? You don't even think about it twice.
It seems the the first Jens Pulver fight, is meaningful in a different way than some of the other ones might be. Pushed you forward in your career. First loss, no one thought you could lose to him. You went out there and came within, you know, as close as you could ever come to winning a fight at the end of the second round, and ended up letting him get off the hook.
Yeah.
Was that your most disappointing moment of your career?
I mean, I just stayed on the couch for like 2 weeks and a days after I lost that fight. Like, how did that happen? How did that happen?
Did you ever believe you could lose?
You don't believe you can lose until you start losing. And then, but you can't truly win unless you know what it feels like to truly lose like that too. When you really need to know how to dig down and bite as hard as you gotta bite, what it takes for win and lose. If you never felt that, you don't know.
You know, a lot of people know you have an older brother who's been involved in the sport a little bit on the promotional side. He's always by your side, JD, and then your younger brother came out and fought last year, his first fight, and had a very successful start and had a tough second fight. But these are guys who have been in this with you since you started. What's it been like having those brothers, you know, the partners with you for this whole ride?
Nah, it's always fun. We always be living out here in the middle of nowhere. You're not going to see a lot of talent always passing through once in a while, you know, but always that we have each other to train with is always one huge benefit, you know. Just me, Reagan, JD, and then even my brother Jay, all black belts. And if we ever, you know, I mean, it's not really good for us to train with each other for a fight because we know what everything we do, we just shut each other down. It's just a waste of time. We want to get new partners. But as far as if you need a high-level person to train with at any time, there's one there. That's a very big advantage.
Who's the bully? Who's the best? Who's the slickest? Give us an idea of who's who out of all your brothers.
JD's real strong. He lost a lot of weight though lately, so he lost some of his strength, but JD's more strong and he's to be on top. Has some good moves from the guard. Reagan's more, he can flow well. Reagan's can flow good and he's strong, flexible. Reagan's more flexible. JD's not really a flexible guy, but he is flexible. And then I can just beat them both, so.
Was it always that way?
Nah. It's always good. Nah, it's good matches though. You know.
Was it always that way though? When you guys were kids?
I remember the first time. I remember the first time I ended up chopping JD out. It wasn't easy though. It's never easy. Yeah.
What was it like growing up in the household though? I mean,
JD would beat us all up. JD would beat us all up, but Reagan was too small, so JD wouldn't beat him up. Just me. Then I'd beat up Reagan.
Any kind of animosity still stick around? You guys get all that out when you got to the gym?
All out, yeah. Because we do this too, so you don't even have energy after to complain about nothing. Too tired.
Your family's very close. Your mom's always your biggest fan out there. You took a little heat when she showed up at a athletic commission meeting.
You don't know how sad you don't remember when she came up and she's like, I'm gonna read this to him. I'm like, no. I couldn't tell her no. I'm looking at the lawyer too, like, you're gonna let her say it right there. But that's all right though.
I remember.
That's all right. Yeah, I couldn't tell her. I didn't have the heart to tell her no. You know.
Your mom is your biggest fan, I think.
Yes.
Your dad's always around as well. What does it mean to have, you know, your parents support you in this? Not everyone had that when this first started.
You know, very huge. You know what? Jiu-jitsu is big in Hawaii, and especially over here too. I gotta say, a lot part of it too is because of my dad, because he always loved jiu-jitsu, and even the academy wasn't making money. People weren't paying to train over there, just friends. They just would always just try to leave the gym open as much as they can, and just always let the gym open. They're a big part to how the mixed martial arts is grown and the jiu-jitsu is grown, and like these on the Big Island and stuff. Because if it wasn't for me, I would have never left. I was too young, training, doing stuff. I would have never left the school open, you know. But my dad, he always loved the martial arts. He always loved jiu-jitsu. He was a judo guy when he was when younger. So, you know, because of him, it really spread jiu-jitsu. I mean, way more than me. You know, because there's no way I would have had a gym. I would have just been a lone shark doing my thing, trying to get to the top.
You've been a guy who people have talked about before you're even stepped in the octagon the first time. You had the jiu-jitsu pedigree. You're the prodigy. You're this kid who was supposed to take the world by storm, and that's never stopped. People have huge expectations for you in everything you do, any fight you have, and I think there's a sense in the sport that maybe you didn't live up to your expectations. Do you ever feel that?
I feel that right now, and I know we did some things. People can always say like, "Yeah, but you won 2 titles," you know what I mean? This and that, but I'm training right now because I do feel that, and I'm coming back to fight again because I feel that, and I know there's still more left for me to be done, and I'm still out looking for that perfect performance. At time you just go in and you just, nothing can touch you, just like Matrix, boom, 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 and you're just going.
What's the closest you've ever had to that so far in your career?
I haven't been that close yet.
When you started out, just a young kid, could you have ever envisioned that you would go down as one of the greatest fighters in mixed martial arts history, at least to this point?
I would have never envisioned my life to have anything to do with martial arts, period. I never thought I would ever be involved with anything like this. It just blows me away, the places that life can take you.
Is there anything you really want to accomplish in your life outside of mixed martial arts before, too long?
After I'm done with martial arts, I just want to travel, take care of my kids, and hang out with my friends, and teach jiu-jitsu.